Hi guys, this is Mrs. Deagle. We're going to try something new this time, and I'm going to do a video recording of the Home tab. This is from your notes on the Word certification notes. So we're going to go through the different skills from the Word tab. I've added this little article here that hopefully you have added as part of our startup this morning. So in the Home tab, we're going to click on our Home tab here. You'll see the different items on the ribbons. The first one says Add Text Effects. The text effects is up here in the font grouping. If you click on the little blue outlined A, you guys use this all the time, you'll see all different types of text effects. We're going to go ahead and use the white outline red accent color 2, hard shadow red accent color 2 text effect and add that. But there's all different choices. You'll see all different choices that could be used. But go ahead and click the red one. It says become familiar with the advanced types of character formatting. Again, you guys have used the bold, the italics, the underline. I'm sure you've used those. We're going to go to the font grouping here, and I'm going to have you click on the dialog box launcher, and you're going to see it's going to open up. You can actually do a double strike through for an object, a double strike through, double strike through. There's choices here. If we click on the advanced setting, we'll talk about some of these other formattings that you can do as well. So we have a whole activity that I'm going to have you do that uses a bunch of these settings so that you'll get a chance to play with. If you click the text effects button down at the bottom of this grouping here, you're going to see format text effects. You can talk about the fills and the text outlines. And so it gives you a lot of options within there as well. First line indent. This is something kind of interesting. This is why I had you add the paragraph onto this activity. We're going to go down to our paragraph, and I'm going to have you highlight the paragraph. We're going to come up to the paragraph grouping, click on the dialog box launcher, and you're going to see indent. You've probably indented this before, left and right indent, but we're going to move over to where it says special indent right in the center, and we're going to hit that down arrow, and I want you to try the first line indent. You're going to hit OK, and it indents that first line. Pretty traditional. That's usually what we see when we have a book or we read a paragraph. So this time we're going to highlight it again, and we're going to go back up into the paragraph grouping, click on that dialog box launcher, and instead of the first line, I want you to do the hanging indent. So we're back into the section indentation. We're going to move over to special indentations, and we're going to hit the down arrow for hanging indent. And when you hit OK, you're going to see how that first line kind of hangs over. Sometimes you'll see this with a little picture in here or a special letter A, but that's the first line indent, and this is called the hanging indent. Irregular line spacing. Most of you, I'm sure, when you highlight a group of text, you come up here and you select the 1.1, 1.5 line spacing. You also might want to look down here at towards the bottom where you can add a space before a paragraph or remove space before a paragraph. Sometimes that will help kind of get your document closer together. But I wanted you to see, again, in that paragraph grouping, if you click the dialog box launcher, under line spacing, you can set how much space is created before and after by increasing the point or decreasing that point. But there's also line spacing here. It says double line spacing, which we usually think is 2.0. But if they specifically ask you on the test for double line spacing, you need to come click this button, double line spacing. All right, we're going to leave this. I'm going to go back and set this at the 1.15. Going down the list, keep an indentation from splitting in half. This is actually, I believe, supposed to say keep a paragraph. So let's go ahead and change that word from indentation to paragraph, from splitting in half. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight this so you realize we made that change. You can do the same. So keep a paragraph from splitting in half. I'm going to scroll down. When we added that paragraph on here, okay, good. Do you see how when we added that paragraph, our insert tab now is part in the first half of the page and part goes on to the second page. So we're going to click in that Insert tab, just anywhere within the text in that Text tab. And we're going to go up to Paragraph, and I hope this is going to work. We're going to go to Line and Page Breaks, and we're going to click Keep Lines Together. And I'm hoping this is going to put it all together. This isn't a paragraph, so it may not work. Hit OK, and it did not work. All right, that's because it's not a paragraph, it's a grouping of text. So let's go down. Let's go back to our paragraph and let's make this 2.0 text, 3.0 text. So it's part on one page and part on the next. Okay, now you can see our text is on 2 pages, that paragraph. So we're going to click in our paragraph. We're going to go back up to our paragraph grouping, go over to our dialog box launcher, and we're going to click on the Line and Page Breaks tab here to the right, and we're going to put Keep Lines Together. And we're going to hit OK. And now it's going to move that whole paragraph. You're going to notice it's no longer on the first page. It's moved that whole paragraph to the second page. It's keeping them all together. That way you don't have half a paragraph on one page and half on another. So that's an interesting feature. Let's back arrow that so we go back to how it was on 2 pages. The other thing you can do is if you click in that paragraph, we're going to come up to the Paragraph dialog box launcher. And last time we put Keep Lines Together. Let's go Keep with Next and hit OK. And that doesn't do anything. All right, we want to just do the first one then. Keep Lines Together and hit OK. And that puts it all on the second page. All right, going back up, let's see. Create a picture bullet. I think some of you have done this on your certification practice. So we're going to go ahead and highlight our bullets here. Don't move them, just highlight your text. We're going to come up to our bullet list. It's in the paragraph grouping right across the top, and we're going to click the arrow. And we're going to click Define New Bullet. When we click that, we're going to select the Picture button. And we're going to go ahead and browse for a picture. I don't know what I have saved on here. Normally I have you guys do a cougar paw, but I don't have a cougar paw on my home computer. So go ahead and use the cougar paw that's in the T drive. And I'm going to go ahead and just pick a random picture. So go ahead and select the cougar paw that's in the T drive. I don't think I have it on here. Well, I'm just going to pick a picture. You guys are going to have to pick the cougar paw. All right, I'm going to do the picture of our people who observed us. It's very hard to see, but very small little pictures of the nav people. So hopefully your cougar paws worked for that, for creating a picture bullet. So again, you click the down arrow on the bullets, you hit Define New Bullet, you select Picture, and then you can choose from the file. Promote and demote a bulleted list. This you'll see a lot. Promotion and demotion is how the lining up. Right now, all of our bullets are lined up together. So when you promote or demote, we're going to come up here to the paragraph, and you're going to see it says decrease indent or increase indent. So when we increase our indent, we move it, the text moves to the right. That's called demoting the list. So we just made this group of text less important. So we're going to leave that there. We've demoted that list. I'm going to go ahead and click the next one, and I'm going to double demote it twice. And so you can see, kind of like in an outline, we've demoted the text. We've made them less important. If we want to, let's go ahead and promote this text again. So we're going to click from in front of Find and Replace with Additional Options. We're going to decrease the indent. So as I slide it back, I'm promoting it back to the far left. When it's lined up here, that's in its original place. That's as the highest position it can be. So we're just going to demote the one text there, promote and demote a bulleted list. Find and replace with additional options. I'm not going to go over that. You guys did a whole activity Those are over here on the far right hand side of our Home tab, so the Find and Replace. We did a whole activity. The last thing that's not on here, we're going to go ahead and add this, is we're going to type in styles with a capital S. And I'm going to have you apply a couple styles. They will usually have you choose some of these styles that exist here. There's a grouping called styles. So we're going to apply 3 different styles. Let's start with our Home tab, and we're going to apply the heading 1 style. Makes it a little bit larger, it changes the color. And then we're going to go to first line indent, and we're going to apply the subtitle style. You can see how that moves our text. And lastly, we're going to highlight our styles, and I'm going to hit the down arrow here. And I want you to find a style that's called Intense. This is called, if you hover over it, it'll pop up the name Intense Reference. This I've seen before used. So we're going to click on that Intense Reference style. So 3 different styles. They'll usually give you a type of style. As you hover over them, they will apply that style to the text you've selected. So that's where you may see different style formats. So we're going to leave our new paragraph on the second page. So right now, if you've done this correctly, you've got your Home tab with the different colors, the different types of text, and your paragraph that I added is now on the second page. Go ahead and save your document, and you can practice on geometrics. Thanks.